here with no nonsense, cause you can't make sense if you don't make sense. A pod with freestyle discussion, poetry and social deconstruction.
Hello, this is Bill with my co-host
Brill.
That's right, and the No Nonsense Podcast, also returning from a long hiatus.
Coyote.
But, we know you guys have been missing our voices, trying to soothe you to bed and trying to give you a soundtrack to your sex life. So here we are, back in the flesh. Let's go ahead and start you off with a little poem. There are a lot of games kids play in the playground. Jump rope, monkey bars, and rummaging through the lost and found. But there's only one game that can make you feel 10 feet tall. And that game is known as Dodgeball! Bill, could you tell me your history with Dodgeball? Were you ever traumatized? Were you ever on the cusp of winning and then got smashed by an unruly adolescent child in the face? Or have you remained victorious at the end of many of these games? What's your history?
1997. I was out with a couple of guys. We're in the parking lot of a Denny's. Now, this is a little bit more on the off beaten path. We're not really part of a league. We weren't really part of a team per se, but we are a group of guys on the underground that like to play a little dodgeball. So what we did is we went to Denny's and we got ourselves one of those elastic red balls that are so famous with the game.
Yeah.
We were missing one guy though, and that's the problem, is that you can't play with an unbalanced team. That the whole idea is have an equal number of guys per team.
Let me guess who you recruited.
Go ahead and guess.
Ben Stiller? He has a pedigree.
Ben Stiller was unavailable for the call.
Man.
But we did pick up Al Sharpton, and he was able to knock out 4 of the opponents without even throwing the ball. So the first problem we had was that we're missing a guy. So what we did was look in the dumpster of the Denny's, and we found his body rotting in there with the maggots coming out the eyes. And so we just decided that we'd put him up as a prop anyway. He went out in the first round, but that's kind of expected of a guy that doesn't have any functioning body parts, if you know what I mean. So what we ended up doing was having Al Sharpton run game, and it was one of the most memorable games in my eyes. And after that game, I almost wanted to retire because, it's just not worth all the injuries that you get when you're playing the game. So I didn't retire. I'm back, and we're starting a league this summer if you're interested. We're called the Dingman's League because you get dinged up and sometimes gotta go to the Dinglands Collision Center on Saddle Creek in Walworth.
Well, it sounds to me like you're a professional. Do you get paid $5 million a year or $10 million?
You're not really making millions in this business because you just don't have the pedigree, or you don't really necessarily have the viewing audience that's really gonna include all those millions. So I just make a measly $10,000 a year and call it a day.
That is a professional career I would aspire to, but unfortunately, my personal history was in 7th grade, we were playing dodgeball, had a bunch of broads on the other side, and this one broad, caddy corner to my isosceles triangle, she fucking nailed me right in the kisser, and I was down for the count. And not only that, that game that I lose, my confidence was shattered, and not only in dodgeball, but also fucking school, everything else. I fucking dropped out 8th grade, and I've been on a drug bender ever since. So how now that I've been in the past 15 years or so been rummaging the streets and not building up my dodgeball skills, is there any kind of quick camps that a professional like you with a good East Coast accent could train me to be able to get an accent like that, and also the same kind of dodgeball skills to be able to make me be able to earn the big bucks?
How much money you got?
How much what do I got?
How much money you got?
I got a couple...
How much fucking money you got? I don't want you to ballpark it in. I want you to tell me the dollar for dollar bank account. Pull it up, pull over. Okay. Look at your bank account right now.
I don't even have a bank account, but I can tell you I got 5 Arby's coupons and 10 Broncos coupons.
That'll do. So what we'll do is
That's as
you
good as cash.
give me the coupons. First what I'll train you on is how to dodge the ball. That's the number one thing about dodgeball is you have to be able to dodge the ball. A lot of people think that
It's all about the hit.
that all the talent resides on the throwing motion, but actually it's dodging the ball that gets you where you want.
So, what kind of advanced work? Do you just work with like LeBron James trainer to do this? Do you have access?
Let me ask. No, LeBron James plays basketball. You fucking idiot.
I thought those skills are transferable.
You would think they are, but have you seen him?
They both have balls.
You seen him throw a ball? The guy doesn't even know how to hit a target.
Okay.
All he knows how to do is lead a guy to get to the spot he wants him to get to. He doesn't know how to actually get the guy in the face with the ball.
You're right. You're right.
You got a job. You got a job, Bill.
You humble me. You tell me where I need to be, what I need to do, what dick I need to suck in order to get in this dodgeball league and make the big bucks. I'm all yours. I'm your putty.
You got a job.
Hold me.
You got a job.
No, I don't. I got.
Quit it.
I got a job. Fucking handing out Arby's coupons as the Arby's pimp boy.
Quit the job handing out the coupons. Step 1. Quit your job, kids. You want to succeed in dodgeball? Be like me, be a great, making $10,000 a year? You quit your job, quit your dreams, quit your ambitions, give up, and join me. 8 hours a day, we'll meet at Baker's parking lot on Saddle Creek in Leavenworth, and we'll take it from there. Make sure you bring lots of money, because it's going to cost.
It sounds to me like, as a professional dodgeball player, you've lost sight of the passion of the game. You're all about just, the throes of being a professional, and you've really lost sight of the true heart of the game. So I want to ask you, now you might get a little teary-eyed while you give me this answer, but I think it's good to get in touch with your emotional core. What is your first memory of dodgeball on the playground as a young tyke?
The first thing I remember doing was little Johnny Westy was out on the court, and I threw the ball as hard as I could, and Johnny put both hands out, and it didn't catch it, hit him in the face. He hasn't been the same since. Johnny's been bad, man. He's been real bad. So I should lead the game, honestly, man. I don't know if I can live up with this pressure of Johnny's death in my eyes.
Well, a death would be the kind of thing that would make a kid quit dodgeball, but you rose above and beyond.
He ain't dead yet.
Tragedy, and that's why I commend you there, because you are a true dodgeball champion.
Thanks, man. The only thing that you can do is come up from the ground. Once you get hit in the face and you fall on the ground in dodgeball, get back up and get ready for round 2.
And, that's what my mother said, and that's what my dad's step Pepper said, and they were all dodgeball champions in the Hall of Fame. So I think you're in good company there. Would you go ahead and leave us with a poem about dodgeball and the beauty of the game?
When I was a little boy, I knew I was going to be a dodgeball champion. When I became a bigger boy, I knew that I wasn't going to be able to even afford a pan. I thought that this career would be a real good move, but it turns out that it's not.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. Hope you got some insight and a few laughs. That's all for now, folks. Yes, goodbye. Till next time, as long as we don't die.